Greetings YouTube. Today we're looking at the Gerber Freeman guide. Fixed blade knife. It says 5 CR stainless steel, fine edge, tactical grip, sheath, Gerber quality. And it says hello trouble, at hello trouble, or hashtag hello trouble. I have no idea what that means. Oh, there you go. I can get rid of that container now. So here you go. First thing you're going to notice that it has a nylon sheath with the Gerber logo here. And a fairly tight belt loop. You'd be able to get that just barely onto a 2-inch belt, and it's going to sit kind of high. I don't know if that's going to be something that a lot of people are going to want to have a knife that sits quite that high on their belt, but I suppose you could make a dangle out of this if you wanted to. Snap closure. It is quite secure, and there is a plastic sheath sleeve inside the sheath, which is a nice touch. So there you go. I think I paid 19 bucks for this at Walmart. So I like that I like that swedge. That swedge kind of, and this whole very kind of chunky, truncated blade design. Just looked. I like the balance between the blade length and the in the handle. Nice deep finger grooves. Very comfortable, rubberized grip. This right here is for a lanyard, so you have lots of space for the lanyard to move, which I guess is nice if you want to use a lanyard. But it means you can't really pound with this at all, because you're just going to bend that in no time at all. So I'm not saying that's an option that everybody's going to want, but with this particular knife, you don't want to do that, because you'd be pushing that in a heartbeat. The rubberized scales are held in place with screws, so you could remove them if you really wanted to. Jimping here on both up here where your thumb rests and down here where your palm sits. You don't really notice it at all, this section down here. I think it's kind of superfluous. But it's comfortable up here without being overly aggressive. And this whole thing is very smooth, so I don't know how well it would work with a ferrocerium rod. These grooves might be good enough, I'm not positive. I don't know if you could get a rod in there. You might be able to get a rod onto that tip, like that. I don't know if you'd want to remove the grips or not. And the scales here are actually have built-in texture right there. Then it comes down to a more smooth section there. And if you're really into the whole, I guess you could do that, but I still think this jimping down here at the bottom is superfluous. But that's just me. It's hollow grind, secondary bevel, and came out of the box with a usable edge. Nothing to write home about, but definitely not bad either. Grind looks pretty even overall. Decent little fixed blade, starter knife, you know, somebody that's just getting into camping. This might be the kind of thing you want to grab. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention there is jimping in here, but with these deep finger grooves, I don't think it is really necessary, and I don't even really notice it. That's why I didn't mention it until I just look, yeah, I forgot there's jimping in the inside. You don't really notice it. I don't really know if it does anything for you or not. But this up here and those deep finger grooves, this knife is not going anywhere. And you'd be quite secure using this even if your fingers were wet. So good to carry around for, you know, working in the rain and such, or in a small boat if you're doing some fishing. This might be a knife that you want to carry. Obviously not as good as a fillet knife when you're actually prepping your food. So yeah, overall the Freeman guide from Gerber is a nice little entry-level camping or bushcraft knife. It is not the best quality in the world. It's not the best steel, but it definitely could be something that you can throw into your kit and not worry about. And it's gonna be there when you need it. So yeah, Gerber can make some decent knives. I think that their quality is a little bit more hit and miss than they were at one time. That some of the stuff they're putting out in the present day is not quite as good as they did in the past. So yeah, this has been the Gerber Freeman guide. I hope that you find the video interesting.